This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Want to create your own website? Stick around to find out how. So I don't know if you knew this, but Ash has a lot of Pokemon. He keeps a ton of them at Oaks Lab, has some back in Alola, he has a brand new team that he keeps at Cerise Park most of the time and barely lets them battle. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Ash's Pokemon. Last year, you might recall me going over Ash's most underrated Pokemon with Raph. Well, I figured it was about time we finally went over who we believe are the most overrated Pokemon.
Hey, what's going on, Loomis trainers? My name's Raph, and it's great to be back on the channel.
Hold on, wait a second, buddy. Zach, I get that you've worked part of the Anti-Poke Bros with Raph and Ben, but you've worked with them enough. Let's go. I've been getting back into anime content again, so I want to help you tackle this topic, dude.
Oh, hey Mystic. Sure, I'm down. Sorry, Raph. Maybe next time, bro.
Ha! Get f***ing nay-nayed, bruh.
Ugh, the rodent.
Yes. Thanks for having me, buddy. And since we're talking about Ash's overrated Pokemon, once we're all done here, let's head over to my channel, the Countdown Ash's Top 10 Strongest Pokemon. Should be a fun one as well.
Now a quick disclaimer for this video. Please don't get too triggered if one of your favorites is on here. A lot of these entries are Pokemon we really like as well, but we gotta be honest and call out the ones that get a bit too much shine and attention. Like our honorable mention, Ash's Pikachu. It's definitely a bit overrated, but doesn't quite make the list because it's the mascot of the series and Ash's first Pokemon. Of course it would get a tremendous amount of attention and screen time. That won't save the other entries though. So let's get started. Number 10. Haunter.
So, I hate to do this early on, but the Pokemon we picked for the 10 spot has to go to Ash's unofficially owned Haunter. I feel people gassed this Pokemon up way too much back in the day, and even do now. Ash never owned Haunter, and it was never actually his. It made Sabrina laugh. That was it. It was funny for 2 episodes, and then it left. It was never going to come back. Mystic, didn't you write a what if though about it coming back? Yeah, I did, and I think it would be cool if it did come back. I like Haunter, I just think it's overrated, plus Ash has a Gengar now. However, I will say, if Haunter came back and it did have some chemistry with Gengar, that would be super cool.
Number 9. Mel Metal. That's right, it's Ash's first mythical Pokemon. Although I love this dude and its personality, we still gotta put it on the spot. For starters, let's talk about how its evolution was handled. After seeing God Rowlet take out Decidueye, it was inspired and called its friends to meet up, so we knew what was coming. The build up to the evolution was great, but I feel like it was hyped up a bit too much considering it lost in the Alola League finals the very same episode. What an introduction. It does redeem itself against Kukui's Empoleon later on though, but then it's immediately taken out by Incineroar. So yeah, he doesn't have the best battling record. Now again, I love Mel Metal, but I just wish it was treated a bit better considering it's a mythical after all. Number 8. Sceptile.
Up next, we have Ash's Sceptile. Now Sceptile, I will say, is definitely one of Ash's stronger Pokemon for sure, and it definitely kicked rear in the battle against May's Blaziken and the battle against Tobias's Darkrai. But literally, that's it. Those are the only 2 battles a lot of people remember from Sceptile. I can't even think of any more iconic ones than those 2 actually. As a Grovyle, I definitely thought it was also really cool, but it had a really bad loss ratio. And what's worse is that Corefish's win ratio is actually better. Ash's Sceptile is dope though, not hating. I just think people gas it up way too much for what it's worth.
Number 7. Noctowl. Now Ash's Noctowl is cool. It did really well in his battle against Morty, and that's it. I mean sure, it's been shown to be pretty smart in its debut and it did come back for the Sinnoh League to take out Conway's Licky Licky, but what about everything else in between? This Pokemon doesn't have many memorable moments if I'm being honest. It's just shiny. That's what's special about it. And that's all it'll be remembered for unfortunately, since Ash barely used it in meaningful battles. I will give Ash credit, it was cool to see him catch a shiny back in the day, but this was obviously done to show off the shiny Pokemon were a thing back in Gen 2. Number 6. Pidgeot.
I have written a few what ifs for if some of Ash's Pokemon came back. Pidgeot is one of those Pokemon I wrote one for. I really do want Pidgeot to come back, but I think at this point, it's really just a lost cause. During the time when I wrote that what if too, I forgot a very important aspect about Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto never won important battles, and towards the end of Kanto, it kind of just got forgotten about. Now that I actually think about it, I really don't like it that much anymore. And it gets super hyped up for a return when it's never done anything important besides evolve, which all Pokemon do. I know, I'm part of the problem.
Number 5. Goodra. Seeing this Pokemon transform from a scared Goomy into a powerful Goodra was awesome. He kicked ass against Clemon. Then he was released and that was kinda sad, especially since he didn't last that long in the team. But wait, Ash needs a 6th member for the Kalos League. Could it be? It's Goodra! I can't wait to see it kick ass again. Are you kidding me? This was such a letdown. They really hyped up Goodra's return only to not get a single legit win. Very disappointing. Now this isn't really to hate on Goodra or anything, but my god is he way too hyped up by the fans and the anime. As much as we love Goodra for being Ash's first pseudo-legendary, it's just way too hyped up for one great battle it had and that's it. At least Naganadel got a win when it came back. Sheesh. Number 4. Pignite.
Nope, I am not doing this one.
But I just went, it's your turn, dude.
I do not want to talk about Shit Knight.
Just do it.
Ugh, fine.
Wish you had me now, right?
Since I have to do this, it's a Charizard ripoff and Infernape ripoff. Now before the pitchforks come at me, I will say this. I liked Pignite as a Tepig. Tepig was adorable and it had a really horrible past. I feel bad for it. Then it evolved into this stupid thing, and I begun to dislike it. Also, in the beginning, Pignite was obviously set up to be Ash's Unova ace, but honestly, the fans all agree that Crocodile is a much better option, and that's just because of how underwhelming Pignite turned out to be, which is fine, because I love Crocodile and its personality. Now, if Pignite evolved into Emboar, I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. If Ash had a fully evolved Unova starter, Emboar should have been the one, but the writers messed that up, and now we have to look at this stupid thing. There you go, I've said my piece.
Number 3. Greninja. Now, although I'm a huge Greninja fan, that doesn't mean I'm a blind fan. I may love the boy to death, but that doesn't mean I can't call him out. Now yes, I get that Greninja's a starter and those tend to be the Pokemon that get the most attention, but did he really need a new form? Now I may love it, as you can tell from my intro, but this was clearly done to give Ash a Mega Evolution equivalent without having to have him catch an older Pokemon. God forbid he did that. Thanks to the new form, we were treated to an awesome arc dedicated to Ash and Greninja mastering Satoshi Gekoga. But the problem, however, is that it pretty much made the final season of XY the Ash-Greninja show. Greninja consumed so much screen time in that final season that the rest of Ash's Kalos team suffered because of it. Just look at poor Noivern, man. But hey, I guess that's what happens when you're the world's most popular Pokemon. Number 2. Star Raptor.
I will be honest, I like Star Raptor a lot. Even Ash's. But when in comparison to Ash's Swellow, I think it's a tad overrated. For one, Swellow has a higher win rate, plus it also had a lot of cooler battles, especially with the Thunder Armor against Tate and Liza. Pikachu and Swellow had an incredible double battle, and had a very impressive victory too. I call it impressive, but it's really called anime cheese. There are other battles as well, like the Battle Dome and all its epic moments, and in the Hoenn League too. I don't remember Staraptor having that many impressive victories, other than beating Paul's Honchkrow and Pokeringer. So, Ash's Staraptor, I do apologize.
Number 1. Charizard.
Oi, not only did you kick me out of the video, but you've also shitted on my boy Charizard. Nah, you're cancelled, man. Sicko.
Bro, chill. Just hear me out. It should honestly come as no surprise that Charizard is number 1, considering how much spotlight he gets in the games. Well, just like in the games, it gets a ton of shine in the anime as well. Who doesn't love seeing Ash's Charizard return? I think the writers can agree, since Charizard is usually the go-to Pokemon for Ash to bring back. Even when he's not there, like during Ash's return to Kanto during Sun and Moon, he still finds a way to sneak in there through a flashback. I feel like the biggest example that shows some of that Charizard favoritism is when they brought him back in Black and White. The man literally had a whole episode dedicated to itself, and stayed with Ash for the rest of the series, which I loved, it was cool, but why?
I'll tell you why, cause the Unova anime sucked, so they had to use Charizard to bring back the fans.
Yeah, that's about right. Now there's nothing wrong with bringing Charizard back, except when he lost to Dusclops, but I just wish we got the same treatment for previous fan favorites like Infernape or Sceptile who haven't been seen since Diamond and Pearl, or even some of Ash's Unova or Kalosmons who haven't been seen since their series ended. So it's because of all of this special treatment that we believe Charizard is Ash's most overrated Pokemon. Squarespace is great because it's an all-in-one platform for creating your own website or domain. I've been using Squarespace to set up my own personal portfolio to show off some of the best videos I've done here on YouTube, and it's really clean. Squarespace also has great features like the analytics tool that tells you how many people have been viewing your site and where they're from. If starting your own website sounds like something you'd want to do, then head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/trainerzach to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks again, Squarespace. Thanks for watching, everyone, and huge thanks to Mystic Umbreon for joining the channel. I hope you don't hate us by now.
Thanks for having me, Zach. Really appreciate the opportunity.
Be sure to check out the collab we did on his channel going over Ash's top 10 strongest Pokemon. Remember to live your life to the fullest and have yourself a damn good one.